All right, so we are going to continue with this page. So we got this section tag that I want to use. It is another divider, but it's specifically for some key content. Okay, if you just want to divide the page, you can just use the div tag. But, you know, I just want to kind of, this is the type of coffee now, and I want to section that out from everything else. So I'm just going to put I need to find out something about Kenya blend. I'm looking for content for the page. So I'm literally just going on the internet for now, just because I want a bit of content for the page. And I quite like Nescafe's content. All their Kenya blend. Oopsie, it combines. So I'm literally just copying the content because it'd be here all day if I have to figure out the content as well. So please don't copy me. Whenever you do anything, obviously it's your content. But for now, my content has got come off Nescafe's amazing website, because I just want to show you what it is that I'm doing. I'm dividing my page up now. Haven't added any style to it, okay? So if you could just be aware that what we're doing now is we're setting up our page, and we're putting, you know, putting sections in, if you like, dividers, little things. And once we add our format to it, what we're going to do is you'll start to see the page coming together. I have no idea what Willow Blend is for coffee, but I'm sure Nescafe have got some amazing coffee called Willow Blend, and oh, Starbucks do Willow Blend. Okay, hello Starbucks, thank you very much. I'm just going to take a little bit of a description. That is so typical. Starbucks have got like a animated website just to make my life difficult. I can't just quickly take the content. Ah, there you go. Bright, complex and full of flavour with a crisp finish. So that's what I'm calling it. I've just taken Starbucks Willow Blend there and I've just copied out a little bit of their content, so I can put it into mine to say what Willow Blend is. Maybe actually for the purposes of copyright, I should be really fair and say Starbucks have created a bright, there you go. And then for the purposes of copyright, I'm going to say Nescafe, didn't say spell them, combines. Yeah, I don't want to get into any trouble, do I? Because that's just taking things that shouldn't be taken. Nescafe. Do you know they've got an ampersand above the E? Not sure I can make that appear without doing some specific type of program code, but I mean HTML script, but I won't worry about that just now because I don't want to get into like complex things like that. But what I want to do is I'm still struggling with a really bad chest actually. Sorry about this weird voice that I've got at the moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. That's my page because I'm really keen to see what's going on with that now. So I'm just going to double click and have a little look. There you go. That's really good. The browsers recognise my little accent above my E. I didn't think it would do that actually. I don't know if all browsers would though. I mean, I'm using Google, sorry, and Google is quite good like that. But not all. But sometimes you might have to use a specific. I think you might have to use a specific code to get that ampersand above the E. But so far I've set, this is an article, this is what sections that I've got here, and this is a footer. All just looks blocked to the left, and the size and of the text, etc. I'm using header tags for that, so nothing amazing has been done yet. I don't really want it to all be capital, so I'm just gonna take that out. And because I want it to match, so it's Nescafe, but I have kept to their name out of respect. There you go. See, so all I did, I actually went on the internet and just copied and pasted a symbol with an accent above the E, and that worked fine for me. So brilliant. Google certainly recognises that sort of thing, but we can't take it for granted that all browsers would. I'm just telling you that. So we'll look at that in a later date. Having said that, I want to move on. So we've got an article in there, that we're going to format later. We've got some section breaks, which are blocks of text. We could use div tags just as easily instead of a section break, and you'll find as long as they're formatted the same, they will give you the same outcome. And we've got a footer tag in here as well, and all of these lovely things end up formatting our page. At the moment we're just added text, so there's no real formatting apart from the headings. So just to be clear, for layout purposes we would use a div tag, but this is a separate section. It's going to be on our page because we want to talk specifically about coffee here, so we've used the section tags, and it's just, you know, to let you know how amazing HTML5 is at separating up your page for you. So you've got another tag which I'm introducing you to, called the aside tag. This one just wraps content related to the main content. Okay, that's basically all I can say. I put a little quote here, a little Q tag in. Did you know that daily? Just something silly, really, just so that I can just highlight to you what the aside tag is useful for. Just some content wrapped to the main content, essentially. And again, because there's no formatting been done, it's not going to look like anything much, but these are all just lovely little tags that you can just know about. Okay, and hopefully it will come together eventually. Why don't we just add a paragraph tag in here? What should we say? How about coffee makes the world go round? I don't know why, I don't really like coffee that much, but this is a website that's selling coffee, so we have to be very hospitable about coffee. You can see the article tag gives us some lovely little quotes, so when we're ready to actually format this, it will stand out a bit more. So I didn't put those in. Did you see? Did you know that daily whatever coffee is consumed, and it's actually added the quotes in. You can even format those quotes to make them look fancy, but for now let's just focus on getting the different tags in, and then we can start adding formatting to the tags a bit later on. Okay, before I end this video, I really want to get some a coffee cup in, so I'm going onto the Google. Obviously anything that you do, particularly in your coursework, I would try and reproduce it yourself, or you have to reference it. I'm just making sure that I show you all of where I'm going using Google. And look, I'm going to have a new document. I'm going to have a new folder, and I'm going to call that images. Now I want to keep all my images together. So coffee cup is going to be one image that I've used. I like that one. I'm not sure that it's going to be transparent when it comes to my website, so I'm going to just take this one as well from Christ Junior Methodist Church. Obviously I would be asking them for permission to use their images if that was my coursework. And this one's got a white background, so I don't know. I'm just going to take that just in case. It's already named for me, and I'm going to save that into my images folder. Make a decision about which one I'm going to use a bit later on. Let me just get rid of all that. Alright, so you got these caption tags which will help you to do other things. Like, so you know, if you're doing your document and you're trying to show something, you'd have a caption on it. So I'm just gonna write some nonsense. A cup of coffee is the start for the day. Is a good start for the day. I don't know why, for many of us. All right, and then I am going to just add this image now. Okay, so HTML5 allows us to add a little figure in there to help us again with the formatting. Important tag is an image tag, and the src, okay, means the source of your image. All right, so you know I've got a folder called images, and I can't remember what it's called. Typical, I've just done it. There it is, images, and let's try this coffee cup. Oh, see, that's JPEG, so those little squares are going to show up, you know that. I don't know what that's going to look like on the page, so I'm going to go for this one. I'm just gonna I need to get the name, so I'm gonna go rename so that I can, I'm not showing you what I'm doing, sorry. So I'm just renaming this. I'm not really renaming it. All I want to do is copy out the exact name, because if you don't get this exact name right, then it won't find the image. All right, so the name of the folder's got to be exactly right, and so does the name of the image. And then so you got to surround your source. That's what SRC stands for. Oh, I've always got problems finding my quotes, man. Quote, surround it in quotes, because if you don't do that, it won't know what you're talking about. Now, when you hover over an image on a web page, you can give it some names. Okay, so I'm going to call this the coffee cup. I would have probably been really good. I forgot the place I got it from now, because I'm Russian. A coffee cup, JPEG. Yeah, it's like a nightmare, isn't it? Whatever the web, wherever I got it from, I probably would have put the reference to that there. But I'm just going to call it the coffee cup. And now you can specify how big you want the thing on the page as well. That will be important for your formatting, depending on where you're having the thing on the page. But you can see you put your image with your image tag, the source of the image, so where the browser is going to go and find the image to embed it onto the page. And obviously I want a caption. Now it's inside the figure divider there, right? So then I can just say figure caption, all right, because this is my first image I want on the page. This is so it's such a good way to organize things as well. So this is figure 1, a fresh cup. Okay, and then I'm going to close my fig cap. Can you see how lovely Notepad doesn't do that. Notepad++ will do that though. And I haven't ended my divider for the figure, you see, so I've got to do that as well, and I'm just doing that now. So there's my figure. I've got my image tag nicely in there. I've got my source for my image, which is in my folder, and I'm putting this in here just in case you can't see it. This is one of the ones I don't think it's totally off the page, but I'm just popping it in there. And I've got my caption on my image. Okay, so I want to save that now, and you can start to see that we're really building up this page. Where's Joe's calf? This is one of the older ones. I've got loads down there that I haven't closed down actually. So anyway, let's just refresh this. There you go, and you can see the figure 1, a fresh cup. Because my video window is so small, I'm going to just reduce the page like that so that I can scroll down, and the footer's still there, my sections are still there, everything is sort of blocked to the left at the moment. My quote is there, my image is now embedded in the page, and it's got a figure, so it's got a title, if you like. All right, so nicely done. Get in there. This video is way too long, so I'm going to stop now, and you guys are going to